Shining star.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite channel, and please, if you are new on this channel, make it your favorite channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell so that next time when we upload another video you won't miss it. Ndadzoka ne video randaya naro nemsoro wenyaya unoti iwo. No one is above law. No one is above law. From no one but VP Chiwenga, and Vice President Chiwenga or General Chiwenga, retired General Chiwenga, vane mashoko makukutu avakatsanangura nezuro avakapa kumhuri yeZimbabwe vachiti ivo no one is above law. Ndo mashoko andava nawo panapa guys, handisoda ku waste right time. Don't forget to comment, like and share. Comment section I'll be waiting. Mundudzo kuti muri kufungei about this one. See you.
The two directors of ceremonies, Minister for Harare Metropolitan Province, for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Senator Charles Chiwenga, the Deputy Minister of Finance and Economic Development, Honorable David Mnangagwa, Deputy Minister of Industry and Commerce, Honorable Raj Modi. The Procurement Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe, Acting Board Chairman, Brigadier General Retired Chipogora, and other board members here present. The Procurement Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe CEO, Dr. Clever Ruswa, and your distinguished team. Heads of Public Procurement Authority from across Southern Africa, the Director, Fiducial and Provincial Management, African Development Bank, Mr. Frank Mvura, Captains of Industry, and representatives of civil society. Forum speakers, notably Professor Arthur Hussein Tambara, senior government officials, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. It is an honor to address this distinguished gathering at the inaugural Southern African Public Procurement Forum. Allow me to extend a warm welcome to all our regional and international guests who have traveled to Zimbabwe to participate in this important event. The theme of this forum, Transforming Public Procurement for Sustainable Growth and Regional Integration in Southern Africa, reflects our collective determination to strengthen governance systems, improve service delivery, stimulate economic growth, and deepen regional cooperation. I commend the Procurement Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe and our regional partners for convening this important platform, which brings together policymakers, regulators, development partners, and procurement professionals to shape a common vision for the future of public procurement in Southern Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we meet at a time when governments across the world are under increasing pressure to deliver more with few resources, to ensure value for money. Citizens rightfully expect efficient public services, modern infrastructure, quality health care, accessible education, and economic opportunities that improve livelihoods. The effectiveness of this, the effectiveness with which governments respond to these expectations depends significantly on the strength of their public procurement systems. Public procurement is therefore not merely an administrative function of government. It is one of the most strategic instruments available to the state for advancing national development, stimulating economic transformation, and delivering public value. Across many countries, procurement expenditure accounts for a significant portion of national budgets. The manner in which these resources are managed has a direct bearing on infrastructure development, industrialization, job creation, investment attraction, and the overall quality of public service. As we advance regional integration under the auspices of the Southern African Development Community and Africa Continental Free Trade Area, procurement systems must evolve beyond national boundaries. They must facilitate cross-border trade, support regional infrastructure development, encourage investment flows, and strengthen regional value chains. Our economies are increasingly interconnected, while our development challenges are increasingly shared. Consequently, our solutions must also become more increasingly collaborative. The establishment of Southern African Public Procurement Forum recognizes this fact, that strong procurement systems do not belong to one nation. Rather, they constitute a shared regional asset and responsibility that requires cooperation, harmonization, and mutual accountability. Distinguished delegates, public procurement remains one of the most important pillars of governance. It determines how effectively public service reach out to people and how public resources are translated into roads, hospitals, schools, energy, infrastructure, water systems, and other services that improve the livelihoods of our citizens. While notable progress has been achieved across the region, several challenges continue to impede optimal performance. These include uneven institutional capacity, fragmented regulatory frameworks, limited professionalization, inadequate technological integration, and vulnerabilities that may create opportunities for inefficiency, waste, and unethical conduct. In this regard, our responsibility is to design practical, sustainable, and measurable solutions founded upon regional cooperation, peer learning, institutional strengthening, and the harmonization of best practices. This forum has been established as a platform through which member states can align policies, exchange experiences, and strengthen professional competence through training, research, and continuous learning. It should become a catalyst for institutional excellence and a center for promoting procurement standards that meet international best practice. Most importantly, it must become a catalyst for transforming procurement through transitional process into a strategic driver of sustainable development. As we embrace innovative and sustainable procurement practices, we must ensure that procurement systems actively support industrialization, economic resilience, local content development, and inclusive growth. Here, we need to walk the talk. Procurement decisions influence which industries grow, which enterprises thrive, and how economic opportunities are distributed across society. We must therefore leverage procurement as an instrument for supporting local production, empowering small and medium enterprises, promoting youth and women entrepreneurship, and advance broad-based economic participation. At the same time, procurement of the 21st century extends far beyond the acquisitions of goods, works, and services. It now encompasses climate resilience, environmental sustainability, digital transformation, gender responsiveness, technological innovation, and economic competitiveness. In launching this Southern Africa Public Procurement Forum, let us be clear about its strategic purpose. This forum must serve as a platform for regional benchmarking, peer learning, professional excellence, and mutual accountability. In this regard, member states should commit to: 1, harmonizing procurement laws to facilitate cross-border infrastructure development and trade. 2, mutual recognition of professional certification to build a regional cadre for procurement professionals. 3, developing shared electronic government procurement interoperability standards to combat cross-border procurement fraud. 4, establishing structured and transparent annual peer review mechanisms. And lastly, 5, strengthening collaboration with the development partners, academia, the private sector, to promote innovation, sustainability, and procurement excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference comes barely 2 months after Zimbabwe successfully completed its tenure and handed over the chairmanship of the African Public Procurement Network to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. During Zimbabwe's tenure, significant emphasis was placed on practical engagement, knowledge exchange, and regional capacity building. Procurement stakeholders from across Africa participated in targeted monthly webinars and technical engagements, covering compliance, transparency, procurement planning, contract management, professionalization, and institutional reform. These initiatives transformed policy aspirations into practical knowledge, while fostering a culture of collaboration, peer learning, and mutual support among member states. Zimbabwe remains committed to ensuring that African Public Procurement Network evolves into a dynamic institution with clear strategic direction and enduring relevance. Efforts to align the network with African Union frameworks and continental governance principles will strengthen its credibility, effectiveness, and long-term sustainability. It is this spirit of regional ownership, collective responsibility, and shared learning that we must carry into the Southern African Public Procurement Forum. You have already heard from area speakers regarding the findings of the methodology of assessing procurement systems and the rigorous process through which the assessment was conducted. I am pleased to note that Zimbabwe successfully completed the comprehensive national assessment within 8 months, compared to the ordinary global benchmark of 18 months for such an extensive 4-pillar evaluation. This achievement demonstrates Zimbabwe's commitment to reform, institutional strengthening, and continuous improvement. The methodology of assessing procurement systems report for 2026, which I have the honor to officially launching today, identifies areas requiring further attention, particularly in accountability systems, electronic government procurement legal frameworks, and sustainable procurement systems. These findings should not be viewed merely as deficiencies, rather, they provide as evidence-based roadmap for reform, innovation, and institutional renewal. I am encouraged that the Procurement Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe has already developed a 10-point strategic action plan aimed at addressing identified gaps, including legislative reforms, enhanced oversight mechanisms, and the integration of electronic government procurement systems with broader public financial management platforms. Distinguished delegates, digital transformation represents one of the greatest opportunities for strengthening public procurement systems within our region. However, technology alone cannot substitute integrity, accountability, and ethical leadership. They must strengthen transparency, enhance accountability, and improve efficiency across the procurement cycle. Many of the challenges confronting public procurement, including direct procurement abuse, conflicts of interest, and limited public participation, are not solely technical in nature. They require strong institutions, political commitment, and effective enforcement mechanisms. Without effective compliance systems, even the most well-crafted legal frameworks and efficient technologies risk becoming ineffective in practice. I reaffirm Zimbabwe's unwavering commitment to transparency, accountability, and the prudent management of public resources. No individual should be above the law. No procurement process should be beyond scrutiny. Public trust must remain the cornerstone of public administration. I therefore urge member states across Southern Africa to strengthen procurement authorities, build institutional capacity, protect whistleblowers acting in the public interest, and adequately support anti-corruption initiatives. Strong institutions remain the foundation of sustainable development and good governance. We must build procurement systems that inspire confidence, safeguard public resources, and accelerate development across our region. Let this forum become the place where policy meets implementation, where benchmarking becomes performance, and where regional cooperation delivers measurable results. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, I call upon all stakeholders to ensure that this forum endures beyond today. Let it shape reforms, guide professional practice, and strengthen the institutions that serve our citizens. With unity of purpose and a collective resolve, this initiative will not only transform procurement systems, but also improve the quality of life of our people across Southern Africa. I thank you, and may this inaugural forum mark the beginning of a stronger, more integrated, and more accountable Southern Africa. Without further ado, it is now my singular honor and privilege to officially declare the inaugural Southern Africa Public Procurement Forum open and to launch the Zimbabwe Methodology of Assessing Procurement Systems Report 2026. Tatenda siyabonga.